Welcome back to Anthony Lee Raw. All right, y'all, taking a look at the battle of the DePINs. We're going to look side by side at Render versus AKT, Akash. These are competitors. Now, I'm going to say up front, I don't care. I don't care. I know some of you are going to want to tell me how your coin is going to cure cancer and solve world hunger and all this. All the fundamentals, all the narrative, all the partnership, I don't care. I could care less. I only care about the technicals for purposes of this video, okay? Because in the event that your narrative does not play out the way you think it's going to, you have to rely on the technicals to get you a realistic target of what you can expect. Just full disclosure, I don't own either one of these coins, so I have no skin in the game, so I don't care. I'm just going to read it from a macro technical analysis, and I'm going to tell you which coin is going to perform better on your return on investment. All right, let's dive in. Let's take a look at Render first. I'm on the weekly time frame. For both of these, I'm on the weekly time frame. Render set a price high of $13.75 back in March of 24. At that time, you had a market cap of $4.5 billion and a circulating supply of $327 million. Now, pay attention. Fast forward a few months, in December of the same year, you set a price high of $11.88, which is lower than your all-time high of $13.75. But you increased your market cap from $4.5 billion to $6 billion. So you had more money in the asset. The asset was more bullish, but price was lower. Why is that? Diluted circulating supply. You went from 320 million to 420 million. So you added coins to the market, which caused your price to be waterlogged. Now, fast forward to today, we're looking at a price of about $1.60, $826 million market cap, and even more, about 520 million coins on the market. In next cycle, you're going to have about 625 million coins on the market. So almost double what you had at the top up here added to your circulating supply. So that means Render's going to have to work twice as hard just to get back to all-time high. I'm not saying it can't be done. I'm just telling you the mathematical fact. You're almost doubling your circulating supply. So to reach a price all-time high, you're going to have to double your market cap. You're going to have to do a $9 billion market cap. Akash. AKT, I know it's Akash, I know, but I'm from the South, and we say Akash. You set a price all-time high. Now, Akash has been around a little bit longer. You set a price all-time high of $8 back in 2021. Bear market, come on back up, and you set a price high last cycle of $7. Now, here's where it gets interesting. This is how freaking bullish Akash is, or was. Is it still bullish? I don't know. You have to decide that, but at the time you set an all-time high price of $8, you had a $356 million market cap and 44 million coins. At a price of $7, you had a $1.64 billion market cap, almost 5 times the market cap you had back here. You almost 5x'd your market cap. But you didn't quite hit the same price. You almost did, though. Most coins at 5x their circulating supply, 5x their market cap, blast on through. But in this case, you went from 44 million coins to 234 million coins. So that kind of held you down. Looking at today, you have a price of about 64 cents, $189 million market cap, and 292 million coins. Fast forward, next cycle, you're going to have about 350 million coins on the market. So you're adding about another 50% to this from the last cycle high, almost a 9x from your original price all-time high. So massive uphill battle here, okay? Just through dilution of the market, through token unlocks, massive. But Akash seems to be up to the job. I mean, here you 6x'd your coins and you still almost hit your price all-time high. So Akash is very, very bullish. So now let's take a look at what's important, which is market cap. Here you have Render's market cap. Now, TradingView, for some reason, doesn't have the history of Render's market cap, but I went ahead. This clearly is not an accurate drawing, but your market cap from your first cycle was way down here, and the whole point of me drawing this on here was to illustrate that at current price and current market cap, you have not taken out your previous bear market low. So you are still in bullish market structure. Higher highs and higher lows, and as such, you can expect that trend to continue. And if that confuses you because this is drawn on, it's like this. You just have, it's just like this, higher highs and higher lows, okay? So you're in a bullish market structure. So we would expect that to continue. Looking at Akash, and we're going to talk about where we're going to continue to in a second, but looking at Akash, clear bullish market structure. Oops, sorry about that, guys. Same thing, higher highs, higher lows. We can expect that to continue as well. Now, I did throw retrace levels. You can fib your market cap. Listen to me, guys. You cannot throw a Fibonacci on a macro price when you have token locks. It does not work. It will not work. It is not accurate because price is not linear when the supply is not the same. But market cap is linear, so you can throw retrace levels on here. Let's go back and look at Render. And if we throw our market cap retrace levels on, you would look something like this. So based upon market, to determine price, it is market cap divided by circulating supply. So we would take your market cap retrace levels, these retrace levels, golden pocket, 786, all that good stuff, and we divide it by your new circulating supply, which is going to be 625 million coins. And if you just retraced, if you did not remain bullish, you just retraced on market cap, something like that, versus breaking out to a new high, then these would be your prices for Render. Just like this, okay? And if you stayed bullish, and so if you just did your same market cap where you had a price high up here of about $14, your price would actually be $9.82. That's if you did the highest market cap you've ever done. Same thing for Akash. We've got your retrace levels if you want to screenshot these. If you just did the highest that you've ever done in your market cap, which gave you a $7 Akash, then you would have a $4.69. So if all you did next cycle was this $1.64 billion market cap, your price would not be $7, it'd be $4.69 because of your dilution of the market. Now let's go on to what you're here for, which is our price predictions and which one is going to perform better. I do think that both of these remain bullish. I think you break through your market cap all-time highs, but you are going to be diluted on both of these in the market, so price is going to be weighed down slightly. Which one do I think outperforms? The moment of truth, I think Render does a $10 billion market cap, which is more bullish than your previous high of $6 billion. So I think you almost double that. I think it gives you a price of $16. And from the lows that you've already set, now you could come back lower. You could take that out. You could not take it out. I don't know. But from the low that we've set this year at about $1.12 or so, that is going to give you about a 14x return on investment. Now, if you just did that retrace here, the 1-to-1, if all you did, no better, no worse than what you did last cycle, you're going to have a 982 price, which is a 9x. Now, looking at Akash, coming down to the lows, I don't know, and in fact, I don't think you come back to these lows at 25 cents, although you could, but I just don't think so. But from the lows to my bull run price prediction, that is a 33x. I think you're going to do a $3 billion market cap as compared to your high of 1.6. So again, I think you almost double that market cap. You're going to have a price of $8.57. And look at this, guys. Even if you do no better, no worse on Akash, you just do the same market cap you did before, you're going to have a price of $4.69. And from the lows, that is going to give you a return of about 18x. So either way it goes, if both of these coins break out to the 1.618, which I predict they do slightly better, each one of them, Akash is going to give you more than a double return on your investment. If both of them just do what they did last cycle, a 1-to-1 retrace, Akash is also going to give you a double return on investment. The problem with Akash is also the same problem it is with Render. They have not retraced back to their lows set earlier this year. They have not come back into here, neither one of them. So at current price, I would not be a buyer. Now, this is certainly a good return on investment. If you were to return to the 1-to-1 on Akash, that's a 7x. But I think there are other opportunities where coins have kind of come back into this area. But what this shows, guys, is extreme bullishness. People don't want to let go of this coin. People don't want to sell it back off, as most coins have sold back off in the last few weeks. Neither one of these coins have sold back off. So, I mean, they've retraced a little, but you know what I'm saying. A lot of coins have already come back and taken out this low. These have not. So they're both very bullish coins. I give the nod big time to Akash. I think Akash more than doubles Render, no matter which way it goes. Whether you break out or whether you just retrace, Akash is the clear-cut winner in return on investment. Now, that does not mean Render is not a bullish coin. I do think it is a very bullish coin. However, your return on investment will not be there, in my opinion, on Render. You will still get a good return on investment, but Akash, you'll get a better one. That's my opinion. Let me know below what you think. Drop a comment below. Subscribe to the channel. I'm going to do these updates regularly as we progress. Drop your comments down below if you want me to look at your coin as well, and give us a thumbs up. I'll see you guys next time.